like right now I was just thinking that, like, I was just reading my GitHub code. I was preparing for my AI/ML intern role, and the code felt so boring, so boring, so boring that I can't even say. But then the thought came in my mind, like, like few days ago, you just said that Allah would grant you a life exactly like you want. So, what do you think? Like, how wild can you think? And I was like, I want to wake up for Tahajjud, pray Fajr, stay there at the same place, pray Ishraq Namaz. Because it feels like this is the morning routine. Then have some pre meal, go for the workout with Momna, then come back, have a nice breakfast, take a shower, and head back to work. And that's clear, right? So, like, by the time we took shower, we came from the workout, we took breakfast, like it would be around like 8 in the morning or 7:30 in the morning. So I can't imagine myself doing something for the something like that part is empty, like from the morning 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock till 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, I need to do something for the living, but I don't know what. Like, sometimes I feel like this coding, then it feels like time will pass by, but I don't want to do it. And then it feels like, what about your own business that you are doing? And I'll be like, my family is so brutal, they won't give me a single peace of mind. What, how do we say it? They want, the peace of mind is not there. And sometimes I feel like, what if you just manage all things and you keep helpers who will do all these works? But helpers, they are not reliable, they just leave whenever they feel like they want to leave. So I can't imagine myself doing anything. I have done hundreds of things, man. It's quite, I don't know, is it like concerning or something? Like, I have tried, I went to the carpenter job. Nah, man. I did a hospital job. No. I did a junior developer job at Jaideep. No. I did some kind of job at DIT. I was like, okay, this can be it. But and then I did Visage Technologies, and I was literally crying for 2 months. Like, that was so painful. And then I did my cow business, in which I had nothing for work. Like, everything was being done in the morning itself. Like, I was free around like 7 o'clock. So, like, that part is still was empty in that. Then I did my MC, and I love that. That was fun. But now, like, first and second stem felt tough. But since when I stopped studying and living my life, it felt good. Because then I started to see the results in my academics also. And when I was just only studying, I didn't see any results. It's like settling down. Like, as I have shifted here into the new place, I feel like I'm at my home. And now I have to work and all. And even though I was living in my PG and I was not doing anything work, I felt like I'm here to study. enjoy it. But now it feels like home. Now it feels like I have to create and build something. And it's like, bro, it's not, I don't even want anything. And sometimes I feel like, cause you have the izzat in the society, since you never ever had to work for it. Then you had the money also. You're getting money on a monthly basis, daily. So there's not freaking AC going on. I don't know if you're able to see it. AC going on. So otherwise, people in the people in the sun working hard, they would be saying that they want to sit in the AC. The people, and I have worked in sun, in, and the people who don't have the education, they think like they have to work for their son's education. And some feel like they don't have the izzat in the society, so for that izzat they need money, so they are working for that society. Some don't have money and some want money like very badly. And I feel like I have money, but I don't want money, but I don't want to work for money. Like, like why should I work for a first thing? And then I come up with the same solution that a weak Muslim is no good to anyone. You need to build anything, you need to build this, you need to build that, you need to strengthen your ummah and all. But like I I feel like giving up daily. But I feel like I don't even have a home, to where I can go. And I feel like I know I feel all these things only because I don't have any of these things. The moment I start to get all these things, or the things that I need, these kind of thoughts will be gone. And Allah is giving me these kind of thoughts, just it's and just helping me. But I don't want any of those things. I want, like, you know when me and Momina wake up for Fajr, then my personal time till Ishraq time, like the sunrise prayer, then eat my pre-workout and go to the workout with Momina, then come back, take a shower, have paratha and chai, and then at that time that we are talking about, I want to go to an office, like mine office or any office, where a purpose is being served. Like recently I liked the Freedom at Midnight series, which I watched around like 2 to 3 months ago, in which I like how everyone is gathering and working towards it, and then everyone is good at what they are doing. But nobody is a part of Matrix. They are serving something real, and I want to do that. I want to build a wealth also, but I feel like if these both can combine, it would be very helpful for me. But I don't know what it would be, because I keep on finding. I know Allah is making me sit with these kind of people for a reason, but I keep on finding these kind of rats only. There are no people with purpose, who can help me. Or sometimes I feel like, I should go with. It would be great if I found someone like Musa alayhi salam did. They found a girl, they found a Rosie, they found a protector, like their father-in-law. I know we should not be thinking like that, but sometimes I feel like now, if there's anyone who can save me, they either uh, woman like Khadija radiallahu anha, or a father-in-law like Musa radiallahu anha. Well, bro, I don't know. And when I say these problems to my people, they say that you have not hit by in reality. But bro, I've been hit by reality since I was 16. I'm working since 16. And I have not found anything which I wanna do. Everything, like when I did my daily business, the time flew away just like that. But those times were tough. Like, time was not passing by in those terms. The time in my shop was very brutal. Like every second felt so heavy. Like this daily business was the easiest time to pass, or the MCA time. And right now you're getting an opportunity to do and work like an MCA, but you just keep on procrastinating and you all, But I feel like when I see these kind of people, I feel like, can I get better at things from them? And I feel like you will get better things from them, because Allah has always given you the things better than them. You just need to go out, and until and unless you don't go out, you won't be getting anything. But whenever I go to the companies and I see these faces, I feel like I don't want to go there. So this fucking cycle keeps on repeating. It's like I'm scared of committing myself. Like the game starts when you commit yourself. This is what I have analyzed. And I don't want to be a part of games, so that's why I don't commit myself to anything. And there is no such thing to which I want to commit also, except Allah's deen and all. Like we feel like we are making in progress. Like bro, the idea is only so exhausting. Like for 1 year or 1.5 year, we have to work for the same salary, same thing, on and loop. Then we'll get an increment. Then if we work properly, then after 1 year we would be getting an increment. I have no problem with the work, but the structure, the system, I know everything is good, everything is fair, but I don't know, man. There's so much fixable things. बाईपास पे निकले छोरा करता sometimes I feel like I need to work hard and all, to have a better life, because then only I will be able to give a better life to a girl like Momina. And if I'll go back and do all this kind of muddy stuff, I won't be able to handle their expenses, because they are like a goldfish. Goldfish. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like I'm not built to work. I can't work only. It's so exhausting, man. It's like too much of work. And it's like in the morning only, it's like 6:30 in the morning, and you are approaching all these things with so much of negativity. Should I shave my head? I feel like I shave my head. I have. Man, I'm tired, man. I'm really tired. I'm tired of this life. I'm tired of this life, man. Since 2 weeks, I've been staying in this same place, same spot, for hours on this fucking laptop. And my mom did this for like almost 20 years to raise me. Yeah, Malik, send help. I know you are with me. You are the one who is doing all these things. But Malik, I find it too difficult, man. I need someone. I need someone like Musa alayhi salam had. Like I'm not being small or something, but I want certainty from my within myself. I'm not asking for any other person to come in my life. But I don't have a wish, I don't have a will. Like this is what happens, when I quit Instagram. Like these kind of thoughts comes to my mind and I have to tackle them, and then I become a lifeless. And then everyone comes to me and says that, bro, you don't look like a young 20-year-old, like the one who is in his 20s. You look like a 50-year-old uncle who has not eaten since last 2 days. And my mom also says that, look at you, you don't have a single quality or attributes of a young guy. And I'll be like, bro. And when I start to use Instagram, usually my brain stops to work. And I work on a surface level because my mind is mostly distracted. And I usually gain weight and all these kind of things. But when I don't use Instagram, I have to commit to something. And that's the toughest thing, bro. I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like I have so many bad qualities in me. Like, I need to work so much on me. Or is it like not my problem? Yeah, Malik, please send help, Malik. It's emergency, Malik. It's emergency. I know I'm the only reason why I've been sitting here. Because I'm not going out, since like 2 weeks. I've been staying at the same spot at the same time in the same hours. Like for 24/7 hours, I'm sitting at the same spot, day and night, without any distraction. I have not watched a movie, series, nothing. All I'm focused on my life. And when people say that they are focused on their life, they are focused on building their things, earning money and all. And I'm trying figuring things out, since like almost 6 months or 1 year. And I've still not come up to a solution. Like I talk for hours and days, and in the end, I'll come to the solution that we have to solve our purpose. And we have to serve our purpose, and weak Muslim is no good to anyone. Then I work good for 7-8 days, then the same cycle repeats, and it's been going on with me since, like, I don't know, man. I'm so tired. Man. I'm so tired. I don't know what to do. Nothing. I want this kind of peace, then only I can process. I don't know. After so let's kid guy has not come here. He just came, he put his bag over there, and he left. And it feels so good. Like I'm able to talk to myself since after days. But Malik, please help, please help. And when what the answer that I get is, Malik, whenever I say Malik help, Malik will say that go out, then I will be. But where should I go, man? Like, okay, I'll go, I'll take a bath, I'll set my hair, I'll dress good. And then where should I go? I should be having some place now. Like the same problem I was having in, at my hometown. My mom was saying go outside. I was like, where should I go, bro? Like, fuck, tell me. Do you think that I like to stay here? I don't know where to go. Of course, I like to stay here because it gives me these kind of thoughts, and these kind of thoughts help you grow in future, and you don't become a part of the matrix and all. Um, but even if a good distraction would give you a good life, but Allah is not giving us the good distraction, like the friends, the family, the money, because Allah love us. So He's not making us the part of this matrix and all. But sometimes I wish like if I have had a good distraction, like some part of my life will pass and I'll be relieved, and not every single moment will feel painful. But I feel like, nah, bro, we should not be thinking like that. The same problem I was having on my hometown, and the same problem I'm having in this year and right now. And when I was in CU, I was having the same problem. So what I used to do, either I used to go to the library or the whole campus. The whole campus was a house, so we can sit wherever we want, do whatever we want, and there was no people, and we get to see the beautiful people, rich people. And here, like, nobody is, like, there are thousands of hundreds of cars in the line I can see, but not a single person. And I don't say, I'm not saying that I want to talk to them or something, but like, it's a black and white movie. Like, once we will see a good movie, then we will get only inspired now. Like, these people are doing nothing, bro. Like, it's like, even in Europe it feels like we will see someone, like, here is no one. Like, there are hundreds of cars, but there is no single person. All we can see is only the maids that are going from here and there, and the shop vendors and all these, or some few old chunks. Yeah, Malik, I need help. Malik, please help. Tell me what to do, Malik. It's so painful. Like, we want something that would be purposeful but aligned with our values, which will feel like a distraction, so the life will move and we will not be feeling painful, but we will also not be feeling like that we are wasting our time, but we will not be also feeling like that we are having a worse time. Sometimes I feel like I want a life like Tushar Bareja, but I know that the grass is always greener on the other side. But when I talk about the problems, I can talk it for hours. But I just gave challenge to myself like 2 days ago, that think as wild as you can. Like, assume that every single dua of yours is accepted from Allah Azza wa Jal, that you have ever asked. Then what would that dua be? But I have still not come up with a solution, man. I still can't think, you know. Like, I feel like Malik just call me, because I don't think that there would be anything more rewarding and relieve. What's that word? Revealing? Relieve. Relieving. Like, every single second feels painful until and unless we find a escapism. And when we find an escapism, we find it too hard to get into this real world. Because once we find a good show or a good movie, after some amount of time would be gone. But when we will enter into this real world again, we will be feeling so much pain. So I don't know. I feel like the only way from to come like the only way to have a good life is to stay in our lane, like this is our lane, and this is are the movies and the TV shows. This is our lane, movies and the TV shows, our lane, and this is the depression lane. And once we watch the movies and shows and songs, this is where we get, and it takes a while to reach here. And by the time we reach here, then we have to go through the same process. But we feel so painful that we go again there. And when we want to come here, we go here. And I think he came. Yeah, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. I think he went on the terrace, like we should go for breakfast, right? Like I don't want to be like these people, they are distracted. See, I want all the distractions and all, but whenever I see someone with the distraction, I feel like I don't want to waste my youth and my life. I feel like I have never wasted a single second of my life. I enjoyed my schooling. The Chanakya was boring, but I get to know so many of people. The Sanskar was good, bachelor's was good, and I wasted 2 years like just by watching series. Like during COVID, I was watching series only, doing nothing else. But I still feel like I lived. And the masters and everything, I felt like I have lived. Even though during the cow business, like dairy business, every single day I felt like I lived. Like the people were not happy with me. They were saying they do work, but I was happy with myself. But now people are saying that people means my family and my mom, and they are saying that you have got an opportunity and work. And when I think, like usually when I was going through an order, the thought came in my mind was like, bro, just work and earn money and collect some funds, cause like after even 6 months or 1 year or 2 year, like when you feel like you don't want to work or you don't want to do it, you have the funds to not work. Compared to the funds, compared to having funds and you don't want to work, and compared to not having funds and you don't want to work. And I say the same thing to my mom, that I want to think like a 40-year-old. And the other guy on IG says that don't pretend that you're 40, don't pretend that you're 50. If you're 26, live like a 26-year-old. And I'll be like, I want the things that all those old people have. Those are the ones who are having everything. Like the guys with this stomach and not a single hair on their head and chubby as fuck are getting, and by the mid 30s they are able to get married, because it took them like almost a decade to set up their life. And I was like, bro, I don't wanna be like that. Like I feel like if I would have ever had a kid, I would get him married by 21 or 22-year-old. I know the marriage won't last or anything, but like our personal needs are also necessary now. And Allah has helped us a lot, in coming up with these kind of scenarios. But I see the people like who are almost 27, 28 to 29-year-old, The whole life revolves around a girl, a woman, or a fantasy or a sex. The whole life revolves around that only: sex, 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 sex. They can't even think about anything else. And I like, bro, get that thing, play with that thing, play as much as you want, get over it, get to work. I don't know, man. I'm finding a way out, but I'm not finding a way out. But it's been so long that I'm trying to finding a way out. But I feel like I'm not making a progress in finding a way out. But I feel like if I have tried so much of time in finding a way out, Allah will surely help me to find a way out. But every single time I'm trying to finding a way out, I'm getting the same results while finding the way out. There are so many things and people that I want to be like them. But there are so less things that I want to be. And there's no energy. I don't want to work. Yeah, Malik, help. I just keep on going. I feel like I can talk for hours, but I feel like I will not make any sense. Right now, I feel like I need my basic needs. I need a good food, peaceful shelter, and a peaceful so that I can process. And I have a peaceful food. I don't have the proteins and all, but I have the peaceful food. I have a somewhat shelter good. Of course, bro, you're sitting into the AC. Auzubillah. There's and I feel like that thing will complete me. But the only thing that completes you is you. Don't that thing can help you, motivate you in growing like as your mom is doing it. But you know how you are a stubborn boy who don't listen to anyone. A guy who breaks everyone's heart, a rude guy, a cold guy. Even if you got one, you won't be, doing justice to them. And whenever we ask ChatGPT that we want something deep and all, he'll be saying, "Don't search for deep things. Just can do whatever you have." Blah, 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 blah. And if a guy like someone, me, would come to me for an advice, what would I say to him? I will give them the same answers like ChatGPT. This is wrong. This is wrong. You should not do it. You should do this. Otherwise, you'll regret in future. Blah 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 blah. But the feeling of not doing work is so hard, so hard, so hard that I can't even explain. Like the feeling of doing work, man. It's like walking on, coals and all. And the main thing is that we don't even have a home. To whom we can, like, it feels like I have given myself the time till 2027 to work. If nothing works out, I have to go back home. But that is also not a home. It's like I have got a new, my old job. Now I have to do my old job. It's not like home, like home. I don't have that. I don't have that. I have never felt like that I have ever got a home except a PG that I was living in, that felt like my home. That was my home. Especially this last two SEMs. especially my those good roommates. They didn't disturb me, they didn't talk to me, nothing. I was in my own self. I was just, roaming the town like Brad Pitt, praying the namazes in masjid, having muskan biryani, no work, scrolling all night on Insta, sleeping all day, waking up at 3 p.m., eating paratha and chai, going to the library, seeing all these things. It's like, vault of gold, and we get to see the gold biscuits. It was when no one would ask us, what are you doing, why are you doing, we can do whatever we want. No one would be looking at us like in weird eye, and even if they would, we won't be feeling anything. But here we can't do it. We have to roam, we can't sit anywhere. But there we had dozens of library we could have sat, we had dozens of benches we could have sat. But right now, I know we have a garden and all, we can sit there and all. But it feels so uncomfortable, and it feels like we are settling with these people. Whereas compared to those people, we feel like they are the growing ones. They will do something in future. I don't know, because I was living in that kind of sense, but right now I feel like they have settled. There are no chances of them growing. But a student, and I want my that gate to be open for myself to grow in all kind of terms. Plus the body that I was having during those days. Now let's have breakfast.